Welcome back YouTube. My name is Dennis Panuta for tutorials.eu. In this video we are going to have a look at arithmetic operators. So I'm just going to get rid of all the code that we have written. The only thing that is left is our start method. And within our start method I want to create three variables, and one of them is called A, which is for example 5. Then one is called B, which is 3, and then C, which is not initialized at the beginning. In this video we're going to have a look at arithmetic operators, which means we will see how to add, divide, multiply, subtract, or use the modulo operator. So let's have a look how to start with it. So C is going to be our sum. For example, C is equal to A plus B. So now let's debug that to our log, debug log, and let's just give C as the result. So I'm going to copy that because we are going to use that multiple times now.
Hey, don't forget to subscribe and like the video.
Let's copy that a couple of times. Now this one is A plus B, which means C should be 8 at this point. The next one is A minus B. So this is how you add, this is how you subtract. A minus, I think it's very basic, very simple. Then if you want to divide, you use the slash, and if you want to multiply, you use the star. If you want to divide, as I said, we will use the slash. And then there is one that you might not know. It's called modulo operator. And what that does is it divides the two values and then it returns the remainder. So that means, let's say 5 divided by 3 is 1, remainder 2. So C will be 2 at this point. So what we will have in total here is C will be 8, then here C will be 2, this one will be 15, this one will be tricky, I will show you, or you will see in a second, and this one will be 2. Adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, and finally modulo operator. All right, I think those four should be obvious. You probably know them, I guess. If you had math at school until 3rd grade or so, you should have all of those. And this one is not that obvious, it's the modulo operator. So now let's save that script and let's quickly run it in Unity. And you will see we get 8, 2, 15, 1, and 2. So why do we get 1 here? If we have a look at our formula here, it says C is equal A divided by B, which means 5 divided by 3. And that should usually be 1.6666. Why doesn't it? Or why isn't it? That has to do with the data types. So A is of type integer and B is of type integer. What that results in is an integer result. So that means C is also an integer, or in general we have said that C is an integer, so it cannot carry any information that are behind the decimal point. So it's only a whole number. If we would change that to double, for example, so now C is a double, let's save that script and run it again. We will get a 1.0 as a result, or we still get 1 as a result. It's 1.0 in the background, but it just returns 1. And why is that? And that again has to do with those two being integers. So A is an integer, B is an integer. That's why we only get an integer result, which is 1. If we would do the same with doubles, for example, so let's make all of them a double variable, then we will see that we should get 1.666 and so forth. So there you have it, 1.6666 and so on. All right, so be very careful with what data types that you're using, because this can really result in very unwanted behavior. All right, so let's bring it back to being integers, or let's change the data types back to int for all of those. Now finally, of course, the modulo operator, you could see that it's 2. So that means it delivers the remainder of the division of those two. All right, one last thing that I would like to show you is how you can add something to a variable very quickly. So you could say C plus equal 15. So what that does is it adds 15 to whatever C was before. You can do the same thing with divide equal 3, C multiply equal, and of course subtract equal. These are operations that are usable within C#. So if you need to do that, that's a quick way to add something to a value itself. All right. And then finally, plus plus and minus minus. What that does, this one adds 1 to C, and this one reduces 1. So in order to see what all of those things do, let's debug log all of them. And finally here. So let's save that and let's run the script again. And now you see we had 8 at the start, so 5 plus 3, 5 minus 3, then 5 times 3, 5 divided by 3, modulo, then plus 15 is 17, divided by 3. So if we have a look here, it says divided by 3, yep. Then we multiply with 2, we get 10. We subtract 15, so we get minus 5. We do the plus plus thing, so now it's 1 more. So 1 more than minus 5 is minus 4. And then we subtract again, so we get the minus 5 here. All right, so these are things that you will see again and again, so it's important to understand them. I think most of them are very basic, and this one could be new for you. Great, so in the next video, we are going to have a look at logical and comparison operators. So see you there.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please leave a like. And if you have any questions or suggestions, then leave a comment. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. And by the way, if you really love the content and you would like to have more of it, or pretty much all of it, then of course check out the link in the description to my whole course. See you in the next video.
We'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands.